Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. Today it's Black Friday at the time of the recording, and I just received a package from Portugal. You already know what is this by seeing this logo with the samurai over here. And of course you read the title of the video. So over here I have the TATARA Masamune customized order with a top cap of Masamune Nodachi. A lot of names, it's a little bit confusing, at least it was for me when it comes to TATARA and their razor offerings. But I talked with a lot of friends, and whoever tried this combination, plus the stock options of the Masamune or the Masamune Nodachi razors, they said that this one is their absolute favorite. So I decided, hey, there is Black Friday sale going on the entire week from TATARA's website. And I ordered this late in the evening on Monday. They shipped it on Tuesday, and it arrived today, Friday, from Portugal. Portugal all the way through Canada to the West Coast here in Vancouver. No words to really explain this because it's Black Friday period, so shipping is taking usually a little bit longer to depart warehouse. It's also taking a little bit longer to travel. That's, yeah, mind-blowing. Fantastic service. And I received this box, very minimalistic, stylish. I love it. And once I opened it, I didn't plan to record a video today at all. Once I opened it and I saw this presentation here, I'm like, okay, I need to make a video. That's just too cool. Yeah, very minimalistic, stylish, and on brand. TATARA, if I recall correctly, someone was telling me that they're a company that started by a few friends. I think they're engineers or they were involved with CNC machining. Maybe correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And they were inspired from Japanese motifs and maybe attention to detail, precision manufacturing in other things. And they wanted to bring this one as a team, not only in the brand, the look of their logo, but also to create a high quality razor. They have lineup of adjustable razor, Artist Club single edge razor that was released recently, and the double edge razors that are not adjustable, the Masamune and Masamune Nodachi. I keep on mixing the names and sometimes mispronouncing them. It took me a little while to get used to what the differences are with each of their razors, but friends in the community, as I mentioned, helped me to make the most informed choice. I really hate breaking that seal and packaging, so yeah, I have to do it. It's just too cool. So trying to maintain it as much as possible over here, leaving the paper on the side. I'll try to keep it. And here is it. Very minimalistic, on brand. And I think that this is cork. Yeah, I think that Portugal is known for exporting cork, and this is kind of like a nice little touch and unique design. I'll now try to open the box. Okay, it was a little bit challenging to pull it out because there is a lot of texture to the box, so the sleeve is a little bit hard to be removed. All right, here we are. That's how the razor stays. Looks very secured. I didn't try if it will. Yep, super secure inside. Some cork pieces are falling. That's perfectly normal. Yes, inside it's very secure. Nice snug fit to the razor. And here we are. Masamune with Nodachi top cap. I do wonder if there will be a way to tell the difference of the top cap. Maybe there is a note or a marking. Okay, here we are. That's how the razor looks close up. And there are some blades, but I'm not gonna use them today. Over here on the side, and a little booklet, I guess, with details over here for the razor and how the 3-piece razors are being loaded and assembled. And of course, the TATARA razors. The TATARA razor blades over here. Very cool. Okay, so 3-piece razor, of course. The threading feels nice. Very cool design. That kind of like oval round detail here actually goes inside the ring of the middle post, and it's very well aligned. Here we see the base plate. On the bottom you can see that it's Masamune, and the top cap, no marking anywhere to indicate that it's the Masamune Nodachi top cap. So why I picked this one? The Masamune top cap setup, that it's the stock razor, is with negative blade exposure, so it's a little bit milder. And with this top cap, the Nodachi one, when you use it on the top, it's actually making the blade exposure a little bit more forward to the neutral setting, so that way we get a little bit more efficiency from it. And yeah, there is no marking on the top cap itself to indicate that this is Nodachi, so we'll see. And I haven't tried the Masamune to see if I'll be able to get any difference from the stock razor. I'm gonna use Gillette Nasset. I got back to using these blades. I like them. They work well in most of the razors. Some of the Razorrock razors get a little bit more bitey with them, but aside from that, they're some of my favorites. Of course, the top cap with a 3-post alignment design, the peel-shaped ones for the sides of the razor blade. Okay. The threading may benefit by a little bit of mineral oil. And as I assembled the razor, you can see the blade reveal over here. Of course, not only the upper kind of like round elements are kind of like Japanese inspired, but also these dots, probably they may be also inspired by maybe a Japanese sword. Kind of like really nice, interesting choice for knurling. It's not too aggressive. We'll see when my hand is wet with soap, how it will feel. Okay, let's quickly prepare the face because I don't have much time. And you can hear my young son, he's complaining, wants to go out for a walk. The weather is nice today, so let's move to the shave. For the soap, I'm gonna use Kensei by Gentleman's Knot. Samurai from Portugal arrives to meet the samurai that's been in my den for a little while. I have it lathered here, of course, with my Brusso and Dove ball. And I'm using my Semogue boar brush, another Portuguese company. Seems appropriate. Fantastic scent. Ready to wet the razor. You can see one more time the design, classic design, the overhangs. You can feel them. They stick out a bit. So it's very classic. And let's see. Going over 2 days of growth and a boar hair. Perfectly normal for boar to drop a hair or two every now and then. Neutral blade exposure, as I said. The blade gap, if I recall correctly, 0.67 millimeters. A little bit unprepared for this video. I hope that I remember correctly. That razor feels very comfortable. Neutral blade exposure, but it's just enough to let you know where the blade is. Comfortable and smooth. Yeah, going over 2 days of growth. Very, very nice efficiency actually. for the with the grain pass. And a very nice audio feedback. Just went over one pimple here. Didn't feel anything, but I can see that the pimple didn't survive it. Very good first pass. The efficiency seems to be good. The razor is smooth. And from the audio feedback, there is that satisfying feeling as the blade goes through the whiskers. Second pass, cross the grain. For neutral blade exposure, really great efficiency. Even cross the grain, I can feel that it's taking care very well of the growth. I would imagine that the Masamune, even with the stock plate, will be very, very good efficiency-wise. Despite the negative blade exposure. Very, very efficient. Honestly, after the second pass, I'm quite impressed. I can finish my shave here. Of course, the problematic spot where the growth is all over the place in terms of direction, that still requires a little bit more attention. But boy, with the grain and cross the grain, for negative blade exposure, that razor is super efficient. I see the regular Masamune actually performing very well, as I mentioned, despite the negative exposure. That's very interesting design. Super cool. The only thing here, that little red dot, is just the small pimple that I had that didn't survive. Third pass against the grain, boy. Hoo-hoo! Very efficient, so good. This kind of like proves something that people frequently discuss, and I discuss with few friends as well. It's not only about what's written in paper, the blade gap, the exposure. It's also about what the design, the shape, the kind of like the small nuances and differences with blade geometry and outline, and also just the balance of the razor, the weight of the razor. There is a lot going on. So some razors may be 1.2 millimeters blade gap and people may freak out, but they can be actually fairly mild and efficient at the same time. I'll try this one with more on the middle of the road type of blade, because I feel that it will be probably equally efficient. The Nasset is quite a sharp blade and performs usually very well. And it's very loud. I love that crunchy loud feedback. I was focused to gauge the detailing. So far so good for a first shave, first detailing pass. Feels comfortable. Again, the efficiency is above my expectations. Really good. Fantastic BBS. Wow. Very efficient. Really good. Just light tingling on that pimple spot. And just on two spots under kind of like my nose around the, not around, on the mustache area, where I buffed a little bit too much. And that's pretty much it. Wow, fantastic. Oh yeah, and one tingling over here now. Yeah, wow, it's so efficient, neutral exposure, but boy, this will do very well with my other DE blades. I'm excited to shave with it more and to see how it feels. Time for the matching splash over here. Kensei Samurai themed shave. Here's the alcohol tingle. Slightly more than the alum actually, but nothing crazy. And the nice cooling from the splash. Wonderful scent. If you haven't tried Kensei, cannot recommend it enough. Back to the razor. Boy, the Samurai, that's an efficient combo here. Top cap of Nodachi in Masamune, very comfortable. Just the right amount of blade field there to guide you if you need to adjust your angle, either towards the base plate or the top cap, depending on your preference. And boy, BBS without any issue, with neutral blade exposure and small gap, 0.67 or 0.63, I don't remember. Yeah, excellent razor. I look forward to more shaves with this here. I have another razor coming. Wow, yeah, that was a lot of shopping this Black Friday. Let me know in the comments, what did you get for Black Friday? Did you manage to save enough to justify all the purchases? That's a wonderful one. If you haven't tried TATARA, like myself, go on their website, check what they have to offer. Customizable options between Masamune and Nodachi variations. Of course, you can also choose longer handle. I forgot to mention this one. The Nodachi one, I believe, is the longer one. This is the Masamune. Very comfortable. Yeah, the actual knurling, I didn't feel having any issues. I personally prefer more aggressive knurling, but that was perfectly fine. My fingers are still wet, and I think that I have, yeah, there is a little bit of slickness from the splash as well, because it's quite hydrating with a lot of good stuff for your skin. So yeah, feels very comfortable. What else? I think that I covered everything. Thanks for joining me for this video. I hope that you liked it. Again, I was a bit unprepared, but boy, I had to share this shave with all of you. yeah, this was my first impression and shave with the TATARA Masamune and Nodachi top cap. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe.